Okay, we're going to start by channeling, and we're going to channel this shape right here, and then we're going to switch to mining, and we're going to mine until we have a 5x5, just like this. Okay, and now we are going to dig a path back over to the fortress here, but my mist generator is going to be like right here, so I'm going to go up and around where the mist generator is going to be. Excellent, and we're going to build a lever room right here. Now, if we wanted to, since this is a modular design, we could build another one right next to it, and we could build the third one here. We just have to leave these 3 walls around it, like the bottom section here can be larger, but the 3 walls around the top and sides matter. And we dug a little bit of a water pipe over to it as well, but we're going to need to drop down the pressure. Down 1 level, we're going to mine out these tiles, just like this, okay? However big we want to make this area, and these walls being in place, it doesn't make too much of a difference, but this is how they're currently getting in and out, using the upward slope and the wall. Slopes only work if there's a wall next to them. Just gonna make a diagonal here, and this diagonal is gonna reset water pressure to this level it's currently on. So layer 3 here, and we're just gonna connect this part to the rest of the pipe. Excellent, so this is gonna be one body of water, and this pipe here is going to be a separate body of water, so pressure is going to be on this level. Excellent. Now we're going to go to build and machines and fluids, and we are going to build a lever right there, and we're going to go to build machines and fluids, and we're going to build a screw pump. And now this is going to pump from the south to the north, and this is going to be built out of blocks of any material, and we're going to use an enormous corkscrew of any material, and a pipe section or tube of any material. We're going to end in a door right here, and this is going to prevent flooding just in case. We're also going to build a door right here on the diagonal, and this door right here we're going to hook up to the lever, and it's going to act as a valve. Excellent, the pump is complete, so we are going to channel out the tile above the pump here. Above the output of the pump, we're going to come up 1 layer and channel out a tile right there. And then we're going to dig over to that. Okay, link lever. We're linking it to that door right there. Excellent. Okay, we're looking at the pump here, and I'm going to do my best to explain mechanical power. Looking at the pump, it says that the pump is inactive, so whether it's on or off, the total power that it currently has is 0. Total power that it needs to move is 10, and it's on a stable foundation. Also, it tells us which direction it's pumping from, in this case, the south. The very top level of the build, layer 1, and we are going to build machines and fluids and a gear assembly. Gear assemblies connect axles and machinery together. Okay, so we're building this on top of the channel that's on top of the pump. Mechanisms of any type, it doesn't matter what we're using there. And then we're going to build a second one right there of any material. Okay, builder ton here is about to create the gear assembly on top of the pump, and just before he does that, we're looking at the screw pump and it says total power needed 10. Now let's watch ton install the gear assembly and watch what happens. Okay, total power needed is now 15. If we look at this gear assembly right here, the total power needed is 5. So when different pieces of machinery are connected together, the total power needed of each piece is combined into an overall total of the entire system. If we now look at this gear assembly here, it's inactive, total power is 0, total power needed is 15, and it's hanging. So the hanging tag means that it's attached to another piece of machinery and it's suspended as opposed to a stable foundation of the ground. So if we were to destroy the pump that this is attached to, this gear assembly would also destroy. Okay, now we're going to go to build machines and fluids, and we're going to build a horizontal axle. Okay, and we're going to set this direction to east and west, and we're going to paint in the axle to connect this gear assembly to this gear assembly. This is going to require 2 logs, and the amount of logs is going to change depending on how long the axle is. So this horizontal axle is now built and installed, and total power needed is 26. So if I click on this gear assembly now, this total power needed is 26. This total power needed is 26, and down one level at the pump, total power needed is 26. So all of these pieces of machinery are combining into one system. Excellent. So now let's generate some power. So we're going to go to build, and then machines and fluids, and a water wheel. Now water wheels, for them to be effective, have to be built on open space and connected to another piece of machinery like a pump, a axle, or a gear assembly. Okay? And we're going to connect this to the pump here. And this is going to require 3 logs of any type. Okay? And we're going to build another one here. 3 logs of any type. And then we can't build it here until we build this one. So it has to be hanging first, and then we can build the second one that's hanging off of the first. Okay? So we're building this, and then the final one. Excellent. And the dwarves are going to come and build that. Now, it is possible to build a water wheel on a regular floor tile. However, that's not going to generate any power. The water wheel generates power by when there's flowing water passing through it. Now, waterfalls aren't going to do this, and magma's not going to do this. It's only flowing water. Each one of these water wheels has a total power need of 10. Okay? So they just built 2, and it went up to 60. Now, when the water wheel has flowing water underneath it, it's going to create 100 power, giving us a net of 90 power per water wheel. So this lever right here, we're going to pull the lever, and that is going to open our valve here. When you have a door linked by a lever, the only way to open that door is by pulling the lever. The dwarves can't actually walk over to it and manually open. Okay, great. So our valve is now open, and let's pressurize the system. So our water is flowing into the room here. Excellent. And now this diagonal is going to reset water pressure to this level. Excellent. So the water flowing into the room triggered the water wheels to generate power, which turned on the pumps, and they started automatically. So we didn't even need to start pumping manually now. You can see that the screw pump is active. Total power is 400, and total power needed is 66. This looks pretty good. We don't want to overfill it, so we're going to close our valve, pull the lever,